From Ireland, and this parade, it has a history dating back more than 260 years. The first one was back in 1762. The sounds of Ireland taking over the streets of New York City today, with roughly 200,000 people marching up Fifth Avenue to participate in this year's St. Patrick's Day parade. The Grand Marshal, a Long Island man, tells me he is honored to be leading the pack.
It's a privilege, and it's frankly humbling. You know, you think of all the people that have gone before you to do it, for all it stands for, and so, you know, the weight of that is on your shoulders.
And on the sidelines, 2 million revelers cheered them on, creating a sea of green.
It's great energy. It's great to be a part of it, whether you're watching the parade or walking in the parade.
Joe Davidson came all the way from Missouri to watch his daughter march in the parade with her school band.
It's an honor. They work hard day in and day out to get to this stage in the game, and they perform outstanding.
The parade is the largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world. It's even bigger than ones in Ireland, drawing spectators from around the globe.
The Big Apple's the place to be.
It's just iconic. It's where else would you want to be? I believe you have green beer here.
You can definitely find some. This tourist is from Northern Ireland. What do you think about New York celebrating St. Patrick's Day bigger than Ireland does? How do you feel about that?
Absolutely fine. There's a lot of Irish Americans. Glad you do it so we can come over and be part of it.
It's also the oldest St. Patrick's Day parade. The first one was 14 years before the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
That means this parade has survived a war of revolution, a civil war, World War I, World War II, and 2 pandemics.
And a live look back out here at Fifth Avenue. I just love the sound of bagpipes. Now, each year, the parade organizers, they come up with a new focus to raise awareness. This year, it's about food insecurity. There's almost 2 million people in New York alone who do not know where their next meal is coming from, which officials tell us that, that resonates with Irish because of the Great Famine. Again, it is just such a great parade. I love being out here today. Just love being Irish. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Sydney, in the studio.
All right. Let's just explain, you are 75% Irish, so happy St. Patrick's Day.
75%, yes.
All right, John, thank you. Here's a look at the parade route people will be celebrating on Fifth Avenue between 79th and 42nd Streets, and that means plenty of road closures. For the complete list, go to our website, cbsnewyork.com. And stay with CBS 2 News and CBS News New York for continuing coverage on St. Patrick's Day. We'll have more information on the parade and on other holiday festivities. We are following breaking news. The International Criminal Court has issued a warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin. The court accuses Putin and other Russian officials of war crimes during the invasion of Ukraine, saying Putin was involved in abducting children from Ukraine and deporting them to Russia. The charges are the first formally lodged against officials in Moscow since the invasion of Ukraine last year. This as China's president plans to travel to Moscow next week to meet with Putin. Xi Jinping will travel to Russia on Monday to China and seeks a bolder global role. The White House is encouraging the Chinese leader to also reach out to Ukrainian President Zelensky. And police are investigating after a 16-year-old was shot near a playground in the Bronx. Police say 2 teenagers opened fire outside a school in the Mott Haven section yesterday and then took off. As CBS 2's Elijah Westbrook reports, this wasn't the only teenager targeted by gun violence this week.
The incident in the Bronx is just the latest in a string of gun violence involving teenagers, specifically near school buildings. As of yesterday, a 16-year-old was shot by 2 suspects. As we speak, those suspects are currently on the run, while the victim remains in the hospital in serious condition.
It seems almost every day this week a teen has become a target. On Thursday, police say 2 teens opened fire on a 16-year-old who was shot near a playground of an elementary school in the Mott Haven section of the Bronx. Chopper 2 flying over the scene while detectives investigate the matter, including looking into the stolen gun you see on the ground. The day before, a 17-year-old was shot and killed in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Police say in this incident, the victim did not know the suspect you see here in this surveillance video provided by the NYPD. You see him leaving a store before he points a gun down the street. He then casually walks in the other direction. And you may remember the chaos on Tuesday when 3 people were shot in 3 separate incidents near schools in Upper Manhattan. Police say they've arrested a 19-year-old in this case. 3 others are still on the run. The troubling string of gun violence is leaving parents on edge.
I'll be honest, I didn't want him to come to school today because I was afraid that something was going to happen or that somebody would come back.
The idea that kids can go to school and not come home.
Investigators believe the shootings in Upper Manhattan are connected and possibly gang-related. Faith leaders and parents came together this week during a vigil, both passionate that a mix of prayer and urgent action can start to make a difference.
And we here to come together collectively as one to address that senseless shooting that happened yesterday.
We need to stop the violence.
And what also remains troubling for those parents you heard in the story there is that these suspects are still on the run except for one. Of course, if you know anything about these shootings, you are being urged to call police. I'm Elijah Westbrook, CBS 2 News.
The banking fallout continues as a third financial institution is bailed out. And this time it was the banks themselves who stepped in to shore up First Republic. The turmoil continues to impact the stock markets. CBS 2's Willie James Inman has more.
1 week after a run on the bank caused Silicon Valley Bank in California to fail, the bank's parent company is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. SVB Financial says it's no longer affiliated with Silicon Valley Bank, following its takeover by the FDIC. The stock market opened sharply lower Friday, with investors dumping bank stocks following the failures of SVB and Signature Bank in New York, and concerns over other regional banks. Thursday, 11 of America's largest financial institutions agreed to shore up First Republic Bank with $30 billion.
The J.P. Morgans and the Morgan Stanleys and the bigger banks here gave a lifeline to FRC. Is that a long-term solution? I don't think so.
Investors may be nervous, but the government is trying to reassure Americans that the banking system is working and their money will be protected.
Our banking system is sound and that Americans can feel confident that their deposits will be there when they need them.
But Secretary Yellen's testimony did little to change the opinion of many Republicans on Capitol Hill, who blame President Biden for rising inflation and interest rates.
This administration has a great deal of responsibility for the bank failures that we had.
Democrats blame the rollback of regulations during the Trump administration for the bank failures. Regulations backed by Republicans and about a dozen Democrats. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
Being in this community. Die Gaubahn hat jahrzehntelang zwischen Ochsenfurt und Weikersheim verkehrt. Ab etwa 1930 entwickelte sich die Zuckerrübe zum nennenswerten Transportgut. Spätestens mit der Einweihung der Ochsenfurter Zuckerfabrik 1953 wurden Gaubahn und Zuckerrübe ein die Region prägendes Dreamteam. Grund genug für den Weikersheimer Verein Tauberfränkische Volkskultur, diese Doppelgeschichte aufzugreifen.
Zucker fand man in Europa bereits um 1800 schlicht unverzichtbar. Erste Versuche mit Rüben versprachen schon ab 1802 Erfolg. Zu den großen Anbauflächen, die sich unter anderem am Niederrhein und in Sachsen entwickelten, gesellte sich in den 1930er Jahren auch die Region zwischen Würzburg und Bad Mergentheim.
Ja, die hat eine sehr, sehr wichtige gespielt, aber nur in einem Teil des Landkreises, wo gute Böden, tiefgründige Böden waren. Da war der Ertrag sehr gut und die Qualität vor allem. Und da haben wir dann schon vor den Kriegsjahren begonnen mit dem Rübenbau. Dann über den Krieg, 39, 45, ist es total eingeschlafen. Und dann wurde er so langsam wieder aufgebaut und ab den 50er Jahren ist man da voll eingestiegen in die Materie.
Bis zu 60 Dampfloks waren jahrzehntelang auf der sogenannten Gaubahn unterwegs, um die Rübe in die Fabrik nach Ochsenfurt zu transportieren. Bahn und Zuckerrübe waren wesentlicher Entwicklungs- und Wirtschaftsfaktor in der Region.
Die Gaubahn begann 1907 mit dem Bau der Strecke von Ochsenfurt bis nach Röttingen. 2 Jahre später haben die Baden-Württemberger entdeckt, dass die Strecke gut ist und haben den Anschluss hergestellt von Weigersheim Richtung Kreglingen 1909. Und damit waren 2 Länder miteinander verbunden.
Bei einem Vortragsabend in Weikersheim zeigt sich, dass die Zuckerrübe viele Betriebe in der Region zu Wohlstand gebracht hat. Karl Pfeuffer war selbst langjähriges Mitglied im Ausschuss des Verbands der baden-württembergischen Zuckerrübenanbauer und weiß aus eigener Anbauerfahrung bestens Bescheid über die anstrengende, aber lohnenswerte Arbeit auf den Rübenfeldern.
Das Geld von der Rübe war immer ein Zusatzgeld für den Betrieb. Mit den anderen Betriebsarten, Vieh und Getreide, hat man die Kosten das Jahr über damit abzahlen können. Und das Rübengeld war praktisch schon ein kleiner Zug.
Die Verladearbeit war anfangs extrem anstrengend. Erst solche Rampen wie hier in Gaukönigshofen machten es möglich, die Waggons von oben zu beladen. Mit seitlich kippbaren Hängern wurde die Arbeit wesentlich erleichtert. Trotzdem war es eben stets nur ein saisonaler Einsatz für die Bahn, was irgendwann zum Problem wurde.
Natürlich, die Bahn hatte dann diese Waggons ein Dreivierteljahr geparkt irgendwo und hat die Waggons nur im Herbst eingesetzt. Und für 2 Monate war das natürlich für die Bahn nicht optimal gewinnbringend.
Free mammograms were available to women in Flushing, Queens today, courtesy of a New York City Council member and the mammogram bus. Sandra Owen welcomed the American-Italian Cancer Foundation's mammogram bus to her district this morning. She says many immigrant women do not realize they need to be screened for breast cancer.
1993 wurde die Gaubahn schließlich eingestellt. Seitdem ist es ein bekannter und beliebter Radweg, weil die Steigungen übersichtlich ausgeprägt sind. An vielen Stellen lässt sich die ehemalige Bahntrasse noch erahnen, auf der jahrzehntelang tonnenweise Zuckerrüben transportiert wurden.
You may soon be able to say goodbye to those annoying spam text messages. The FCC is cracking down on those texts with new rules for telecom companies. The FCC has seen a surge of consumer complaints tied to the unwanted robo-texts. New rules just adopted require phone providers to block text messages from suspicious sources. Last summer, after 46 years, the last of 3 men convicted of kidnapping 26 children and their bus driver was granted parole and released. This Saturday on 48 Hours, lead national correspondent David Begnaud reports on this fascinating story, which includes a powerful and never-before-seen interview from one of the survivors.
It was the summer of 1976 when this bus pulled into the small town of Chowchilla, California. Inside were 26 traumatized children. Outside were their frantic parents. These children had been through an unimaginable ordeal. Kidnapped and buried alive inside an old moving truck beneath a rock quarry. 10-year-old Jody Heffington was one of those kids.
They just let us off the bus with all these people, and you didn't know where your parents were. Nothing was ever the same after that.
Police immediately zeroed in on 24-year-old Fred Woods, the son of the owner of the rock quarry, and 2 of his friends, James and Richard Schoenfeld. Jill Klinge was an assistant district attorney for Alameda County.
This crime was planned out for a year and a half in intricate detail.
With the overwhelming evidence against them, the 3 men were arrested, convicted, and eventually sentenced to life with the possibility of parole. Despite Jody testifying at some of the kidnappers' parole hearings, they were eventually paroled and released. She has spent a lifetime trying to find some peace of mind.
It just took something from me that I can't ever get back, and I can't tear it down, no matter how hard I try and no matter what I do.
You can see 48 Hours tomorrow night at 10 o'clock on CBS 2.
Welcome back to episode 5 of my YouTube poop compilation. And now let's get started with a YouTube poop from Peppa Pig. Attention, This YouTube poop is in German language.
Das Teil nehmen wir als Haube.
Und das kommt hinten dran.
Was ist deine Lieblingszahl, Schorsch?
Schorschs Lieblingszahl ist die 2. 2.
Oho, dieses Rennauto wird ganz super schnell.
Hurra! Mach das Rennauto aber nicht zu schnell, Opa. Schorsch ist doch noch so klein.
Keine Sorge, Peppa. Das Rennauto bekommt Motor und keine Pedale.
Ah!
Als nächstes brauchen wir ein Lenkrad. Und zum Schluss noch eine Rennfahrerbrille und einen Helm.
Da kommen Zoe Clef, Klausi Pony, Pedro Zebra und
Hallo zusammen! Schorsch hat jetzt ein Rennauto. Boah! Au. Lass uns Rennen fahren! Au, ja! Ich auch! Ich will auch mit Rennen fahren.
Wo ist denn dein Rennauto, Peppa?
Ich habe kein Rennauto.
Keine Sorge, Peppa. Du wirst dann Chefmechaniker.
Was muss ich da tun?
Du reparierst Schorschs Auto, wenn es kaputt geht.
Welcome back to CBS News New York. Time now for another check of your forecast. We are seeing more clouds across the tri-state area today than we saw yesterday, even though temperatures are just as mild today as they were yesterday. Still, you'll want to grab that umbrella and keep it handy. We do have a chance to see some spotty showers and some sprinkles as we head especially into late afternoon this evening and tonight. There's a chance. It's not a great chance, but there is a chance. And, you know, you don't want to be caught without your umbrella. Overall, temperatures very mild to end the work week, which is nice. Still some melting snow for some of our northern suburbs and some higher elevations. So all of these numbers definitely helping about things. For New York City, 59 degrees the forecast high, but we will see a few locations, quite a few, that will be in the low 60s today. That is in spite of the cloud cover that we're seeing. For tonight, a few light showers as we dip to 42 degrees. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, there is a slight chance of a shower on your Saturday morning. For most, it'll be dry and it just continues to get better. We're expecting mostly sunny skies on Saturday with a high of 53 degrees, a high of only 42 degrees for Sunday with some blustery conditions. So Saturday is going to be the better of the 2 weekend days.
When it comes to postseason play, nothing compares to college basketball.
Oh, super! Ich hoffe, es geht oft kaputt.
Wir starten das Rennen.
3 Runden durch den Garten.
Auf die Plätze, fertig, los!
Das Rennen ist
Wow! Oh! What the?
Auf die Plätze, fertig, los!
Das Rennen ist gestartet.
Komm schon, Schorsch!
Am Ende der ersten Runde liegt Schorsch in Führung.
Was ist denn das für ein Krach hier? Ich will drinnen Fernsehen gucken.
Aus welchem Land kommst du?
Was?
Ich kenne aber kein Land, das was heißt. Versteht man da nicht unsere Sprache?
Was?
Unsere Sprache, du...
Wir machen ein Autorennen, Oma.
Am Ende der zweiten Runde liegt Schorsch immer noch in Führung. Oh weh, Schorschs Rennauto hat ein Rad verloren.
About a year ago, I was diagnosed with ADHD.
No, God!
Also known as awesome disorder. Hot dog.
What?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, it stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. Yeah, I know. However, since I've begun to tame my ADHD, I notice there's still something. Something different about how I interact with the world. And I've always felt that something ever since I was a kid. And looking back on it now, I think that something is autism. Autism. So just because you've got some tomatoes and boiling water doesn't necessarily mean your brain's making schnitzel. It could be making or
Cum powder? Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Wait, and if you took this metaphor literally, you might be autistic. So, growing up, I hated doing the dishes because of the smells and sounds and slimes. 2. I was obsessed with everything having to do with cats and would often dominate conversations just to talk about my interests. 3. I found maintaining eye contact to be very unnatural and uncomfortable.
4.
And I'd cry at the sound of automatic flushing toilets.
No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
And honestly, I still find the sound very overwhelming. Hey. Yeah? But the response to this was always, you're being dramatic, or you talk too much, or you're so sensitive, or you're being dramatic, or you talk too much, or you're so sensitive, or you talk dramatic, or you're being too much, or you're
drinking cum powder?
No! The forest needs help.
Oh, I can't believe we're finally going camping.
I am ready. Starlin is wearing a safari look by garage sale.
Do we have to go camping? Mosquitoes love me.
Oh!
Dad, don't go out. There's a super scary forest out there.
Stop it, kids. There's nothing of the sort in a forest. It's just a forest, a bunch of trees. On second thought, I think I like the beach better, you know?
Oh, come on. It's just a forest. If no one is coming, I'll go by myself.
Hold on, dear. No way I'll let you go by yourself. Take this floaty in case you needed to fight something off.
Right. This will sure scare off someone.
12 seconds later.
That's what she said.
Oh my gosh! Anitina is holding a monster's head!
Oh, honey, you've gone a little too far, my dear.
Ey, du Sackhaarspender! Willst du, dass ich nen Frackgehirns kriege? Ich kann nichts dafür, die sprechen in den Filmen immer so leise. Und wenn Musik kommt oder die rumballern, dann wird's immer lauter als Omas Schall, wenn sie furzt. Dann mach gefälligst leiser, du Wildwanderlappen!
Get ready, Poderosa!
care. We have to strive for all the nature around us, that we need to help, so we don't lose something so beautiful for me and for you. Take care of the flowers, the ones that are growing around us. Don't forget the plantations, the ones that give us all the vegetation. Take care of the water, so that it doesn't run out. It's a thing we cannot live without, so come on, let's figure it out. Take care of the water, so that it doesn't run out. It's a thing we cannot live without, so come on, let's figure it out. Come on, let's get about together. Come on, let's protect about so nature is always more around. Come on, let's get about together. Come on, let's protect about so nature is always more around.
Thank you very much guys for watching this video. Fun fact, did you know that since a few days I have been streaming right now? This is in favor of TBS Now, a fake television channel in Germany that broadcasts in mixed German and English language. For more information about TBS Now, go to https://tbsvision.maraz.org/wiki/tbs_now. And also like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Goodbye.
Autism. 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 Autism.
Hi guys. Welcome back to the YouTube Poop Collection episode 3. And now, let's get started.
Get ready, Rita. For the win!
Ich weiß, dass es Verzicht und Opfer bedeutet, wirtschaftlich wie menschlich, wenn Geschäfte schließen müssen, wenn man nicht mehr so einfach unter Leute gehen kann und was noch viel schmerzhafter ist, nicht mehr so einfach die Großeltern besuchen darf, Freunde treffen darf. Wir alle müssen darauf eine Zeit lang verzichten.
Verzicht, der aber nach wie vor Grenzen hat. Eine generelle Ausgangssperre gibt es nicht.
Oh, they've got sloth?
Patrons of Moe's Oasis Cafe!
Oh no! Oh yes!
Ready for some hot springs!
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Last stop, relaxation station!
What did you say?
Chugga 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 chugga.
Yeah! Super
super relaxing.
Suit up!
This is so relaxing.
To erase
my wife's name out your f***ing mouth!
You okay, Leon? You're overheating like a boiled onion in all those layers.
Hey guys!
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Hey, looking good, Leon.